Folks, this is the story of taking this tow van from a piece of junk I saw on Facebook Marketplace to a functioning driving wrecker that also went to a van show and won an award. So let's just jump right into fixing this thing up. I don't know what that bumper jack's rated for, but we're at it. All right, folks. Now that the sun's gone down and you can half breathe out here, we got her lifted in the air. The lift kits are falling out of the front springs, which is interesting. We splurged and went and got some actual jack stands, the Harbor Freight ones, because nothing ever bad's happened there. We found our culprit as far as the brake line, and it was this one. It's the crossover that goes under the cross member. So we've got some of this easy bend. I'm just gonna bend this up real quick, get this slapped in. Also, some good things. Somebody never seized the lug nuts, which that's kind of a controversial thing, but it gives me hope, because if they took the time to never seize these lug nuts, and this thing, like, everything's coming apart, the bolts are coming out easy, all that grease, it was well greased, and it just seems like somebody took pretty decent-ish care of this thing over the years. Okay, remember how I said this was a 361 engine? Turns out I'm an idiot. All right, when we were looking at it, I just glanced at this, right? And I just saw 361. And I just assumed it was a 361 because it's my luck. I never get anything with a good engine. But check this out, check this out. I was under here doing the brake lines, and I should have looked at this to begin with. I know that now. Check out this casting number, folks. See it? 440. Bub, this thing's a 440. We own a damn 440. But yeah, so, well, you guys were right. You guys in the comments were right. I'm wrong. I'm an idiot. I'll admit it when I make mistakes. But the new brake line's going in. Now we just got to hook up the other side and see if we can't get a pedal in this, what turns out to be a 440. A little heat therapy never hurt these things. Okay, so both front bleeders came out. Now we need to get some fluid to her. Oh, look at this little dick. Hello. Also, you gotta love the placement of these sideways brake boosters in these vans. Hey, the rear reservoir is holding. Let me get some brake fluid in it and see what happens. And now we let gravity do the work. Let this sit for a little bit. Folks, the sun has gone down behind the trees and we can stand to be out here. It still sucks though. We got some new shit that showed up. The one I'm most excited about is license plates for this motorhome. See, it's a motorhome. Anybody that says it's not a motorhome, you're wrong. And I ordered brake stuff from AutoZone, but they're the only people that offer lifetime warranties on the brakes. Like, remember your van? We did all the brakes on it, lifetime warranty.
Yeah, that is so
the
nice.
The Econoline, same thing. The Jeep, lifetime warranty on all of it. And like this thing, it's gonna be here till the estate sale. So I gotta kind of do this smart the first time. So here's the brake pads. Again, don't know if they even are gonna fit. That should be hoses. This is a big thing because I can't. The old hoses on it now are so pinched off, I can't even get fluid down to a bleeder. Now, in a perfect world, we're gonna put just these rubber hoses on, rig up a fuel tank, because I want to drive this thing down the road. I'm really hoping that, because I didn't get new rotors, because those are like expensive. Here's the rubber hoses, allegedly. Yeah, oh, can I help? They even look similar. Yeah, look at this. Look at the size of that piston. Men, they can appreciate the size of that piston. That's a big one.
That's a piston?
Yeah, this is the part that pushes out and pushes your brakes on. Yeah, sure. Look good to me. Aren't you glad that I spent all my money on this shit? So this is our Saturday night now?
Yeah.
Oh, Lee's in the tree.
Look, it's like a little Black Panther up in there.
Light! And the tires we got, we went ahead and went with 16.5s because my whole life it's just like, oh, you can't get 16.5s. Everybody talks shit on them. Turns out you can, and they're cheaper than 16-inch. $1,066 that 16.5s cost for 6 of them mounted, balanced out the door. By the time I go to 16s that cost more and, you know, source wheels that fit this, it's just easier and cheaper to do this. And like I said, easy, cheap. Something ain't right with that cat. I'm gonna try to do it the redneck way and just put the rubber hoses on first because we've replaced the hard lines. I'd like to get these calipers and pads that are on it and take it down the road a couple times and do a redneck resurface on these rotors before I put my new pads on.
Yes.
Like a good stream?
Yeah. Smoking.
Because the brake fluid doesn't like the heat. And we just heated the shit out of that to get it to come out of there. Like I said, I've said it before and I'll say it again. This van just comes apart so easy. I love this thing. It's just like it's happy. It's not like some fucking anonymous, no-name mentioned pieces of shit that just want to make you cuss and scream. You want to take bets? Is it just going to snap?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Wait.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Look at this. The clips come out. The hoses unscrew. What is this thing?
Something's coming out.
Yep, looks like coffee. I mean, it's not the best feeling pedal, but it's pedally. I think it's good enough to wear tomorrow. Because, listen, I really want to fire up this non-mufflered 440 and go ram jamming up and down this road, but I don't want the neighbors to hate me 100%. And then turn me into the county for derelict vehicles. And then we got a whole other problem. All right, here's where we ended up with this on this Sunday. Pumped and pumped and pumped. Got every bit of air out of the front, and still it won't make any pressure. So I went ahead and we ordered a new master cylinder. That should be here tomorrow, should be. We got the tires coming tomorrow. So I have about extended myself as far as my paycheck will allow. So hopefully the master cylinder cures it, or else we're sitting in limbo for a little bit. Anyway, I'm tired, it's hot. And I'm done for the day. Imagine that. Apparently, one-day part shipping from AutoZone does not mean one day.
Why are you so white?
Oh, I just got home from sanding drywall for 8 hours to try and pay for this crap. I was hoping to have a master cylinder here today so we could drive this tonight, but yeah, like I said, one-day shipping means something different to AutoZone. So, all right, folks, through the magic of AutoZone's 2-day, 1-day shipping, we finally got a new master cylinder, which, as you can see, looks exactly like the one that's in there. See this? See the similarity in this? Yeah, me either, but it's here. We're gonna try it. Hey, at least I don't look like a powdered donut tonight. So, yeah, it was sending a lot more brake fluid out this seal than I could even get it to send to the back. So, finally, I think I found the air bubbles that were giving us griefs. Oh, also, we got a service Sienna full of brand new 16.5 tires on the original wheels for this thing. We are 2 cans of black spray paint away and a little more brake work And this thing's gonna have its new shoes on. Folks, how's everybody doing this morning? It is July 5th. Hope everybody had a good 4th. I ended up having to work, but it worked out pretty good because I got paid cash and in 2 Dodge trucks for this to drag home. Now, it is currently a Saturday. I had the idea I would like to drive this to my buddy's house tonight, but we have some issues. One being, I got to finish these brakes. We're finishing the brakes today. We're getting this done. We got 6 new tires, 16 5s. We got to paint those. I was originally going to let the caliper lock up and kind of do a hillbilly brake service, but this thing is just complete. I'm tired of messing with it. We're just going to do it right. The pads have lifetime warranty, so I really don't care. So we're going to put those on. Now, problem with driving this tonight is while it currently runs, you can kind of see the ignition box is melting down the firewall. So what we're going to do, I've called every parts store around. I can't get one, of course, until tomorrow, but I can't wait. The closest one I can find is in Marion. Let's run out back and check my parts department. Behold, the parts department. Now, I know what you're thinking. This truck's an 87. It's not going to have one of those. But if you look right there, it has one of the... God, it's a 4-pin. Dang it. Oh, yeah, by the way, this is Debbie. We've been robbing parts off of it. Sadly enough, this is a turnkey truck. Was a turnkey truck. Sucks that's a 4-pin. Okay, so we don't have an ignition box. We're probably not driving this tonight then. One thing I like to keep in the service scene is a nice shade, because it's a little too hot. Listen, you know they're good quality parts when you got to take a grinder to them and modify them so they even fit. But the good news is now they fit. Anyway, oh yeah, I messed up. I'm supposed to be doing the magic. Hang on. Bam! I don't think I did that right. So rinse and repeat on the other side. Driver's side now, and I had to laugh. You know your parts are good when they're rusty right out of the box. That's lovely. Get in the zone, AutoZone. I guess I can save time emailing them to see if they want to sponsor the channel. Remember these B&B service cards we found in the back of it? They're really coming in handy now on this wheel painting. Restored. Okay, so I got wheel cylinders for the back, but I'm really not wanting to change those unless I absolutely have to. But I'm sure at some point somebody's pinched the back line off. I'm just not sure where. So I'm going to crack that right there and see if we can't get fluid to at least that far. We're going to condition it and hope it comes out. And we got fluid coming out. And a lot of bubbles. Look at the cinder unit for the fuel tank. Now the fuel tank's full of some nasty stuff, but it's a plastic tank, and the fuel sending unit's right on the front there. So I think that's going to be our next great adventure, is taking that off and hoping we can clean that tank out without having to drop it. Check it out. We got rust water coming out the driver's side. And I got no problem replacing these wheel cylinders, but I'm going to have to see that they leaked first, because on these you got to unbolt this, slide the axle shaft off, undo a big nut that I guarantee I don't have the right socket for. And then when you're in there, you see how bad the rear wheel bearings probably are. It's just a slippery slope that I'm not going to go down unless I have to. All right, folks. We've got a brand new caliper and pads on a rusty old rotor. I'm sure that'll get somebody going, and I don't care. But we've greased every grease zerk, painted the front wheels, and now it's time to put those on. Look at that. Just look at that. Brand new top, brand new 16 5s. Fresh rattle can restoration. Originally, I thought the white wheels would look better, but now that I see the flat black, I know what I must do. All right, it's been a long day. I don't think we're driving it to the bar tonight because of that ignition module, which is fine. But here's where we are. All but 2 of the screws came out of that. And they're gonna strip out and or break. So before I break those off, I'm still trying to avoid dropping this tank. It doesn't sound like there's anything in it. So what I'm gonna do, because this fuel line is wasted, I'm gonna put the screws back in it, act like I never did that. We're gonna get this hose unhooked. I got the air compressor airing up. It does occur to me that 150 PSI directly up its ass might not be the best course of action, but yeah, what's the odds those are gonna come out? I'm really starting to think of a solution, and it rhymes with boat tank. All right, we greased them. We got Big Red on the case. Like I said, if it breaks these, we're done. We're putting a boat tank in it. It broke, we're going boat tank. Let's get our freshly painted wheels on this thing and set her down, because I'm ready to be done today and I want to see this and call it quits. God dang, boys. God dang. We got to get this thing on the ground. So I really don't understand why these 16.5 tires get so much hate. Because here's the bucket truck. This was in a video. We fixed it up a couple years ago, infiltrated the local Masonic Lodge with it. But anyway, 2 years ago, the tires on that were way more expensive than the 6 tires on this. And everybody's like, oh, you know what? 16.5s are too expensive and you can't find them. But these suckers are so thick, they're regroovable. So, I don't know. I don't get the hate. It's another day. The sun is behind the trees and we have an extra large box. Inside of this box is hopefully the last run of stuff. Now we got a cap and a rotor. We got some plug wires. I'll show you why we're replacing the plug wires. Long story short, I'm amazed it ran. New ballast resistor and a voltage regulator. What else do we got going on here today? Oh, I paid $1 for this little tractor step. I think we'll figure something out and put it back in there somewhere. Also, I'm gonna finish ripping out the fuel tank tonight. I'm gonna try and, I've slept on it. I'm less emotional. So I'm gonna try to get that pulled out and assess it. We've got one last one holding it. I got a defiller neck it. And then we're that much closer to this thing actually towing things that aren't just my paychecks away. When I blow air back through the sending unit, it bubbles, so.
What does that mean?
This thing has at least 2 gallons of very rotten, very disgusting gas in it.
Ew.
And I have to fart. Oh. So man, this thing shits himself in the driveway. Come on. Come on, spit it.
Oh. Oh no.
All right, we got it contained in a drain pan somewhat. Yeah, this shit is grade A weed killer. Other than that, no good. The big stink. Yeah, that's at least a 30-gallon tank. And I was worried I was gonna clean it out. But now I'm looking at this. See where that tank is splitting? Granted, that's got a steel collar in there, but it's splitting right down that seam. And it looks like, yep, big crack in the top. Okay, well, there's a company that has been reaching out to me that makes fuel cells and wants me to do like a partnership type of shit. They send me something, I make a dedicated video on how great their shit is. I think I'm gonna email them and send them a picture of this, tell them we need a fuel cell, and if they wanna send me one and it's not a hunk of shit, I'll include it in a video. This was probably fixable. This, not so much. So, hey, that just means I don't have to clean this nasty tank out now. All right, so here's a look at not a 361. It is a 440. Also, it's got a Holly in it, which I'm not crazy about. Now, all my life I've worked on Dodge pickup trucks, right? And they've always been small blocks, and the distributor's always in the back. And I always told myself, someday I'm gonna have a big block and the distributor's gonna be in the front. It's gonna be easy to work on. Well, now I got one. It's in the front and it's not easy to work on. First plug out, and it looks pretty not good. It's pretty gross. How is this thing running at all? Look how bad this is. Keep in mind, folks, this was running. Not the best. Yeah, I'd say these were needed replacing. So this is the 4th spark plug we've done. Every one of the first 3 have been perfect. Gap's great, but here's a reason why you always want to check. See how bent over that is, and gapped at 21 thou. That's no good. So we're gonna straighten that up. I think I'm gonna do one more and then probably call it a night. But we're half done. So on today's episode of Fixing the Tow Van Up, we're making a junkyard run. We're looking for fuel tank solutions, maybe some J-hooks for this, other wrecker paraphernalia, and something else I can't remember. But we got the service Sienna loaded up, incognito mode, and it's time to hit the road. All right, folks, we made it to the promised land. Here's our first thing we want to look at right here. Look at this big old. I think we filmed it before, but I don't remember it made it to a video. So what we're looking for is some J-hooks. Now those are a little past their prime. Look at the winch setup on this guy though. Golly. Home 600. Sling's in bad shape, so we don't need that. Hey. That can stay there. That's a little rough. It's a nice big hook. Okay, well, that looks like another sad J hook. We'll leave those there. Hey, at least we got something. Got the hook. This is a big part of it, I think. The arm off a wrecker. There's a sling. There's another sling. Check it out, wrecker stuff. Here's 2 wreckers. Remember, we made a video because I actually looked at this Ford to buy it back before. Quit pulling. You could breathe if you wouldn't pull. Yeah, this one's. Now that we got the van, I'm glad we passed on this one because it's cool, but it ain't that cool. And it's locked up. It's got a bunch of problems. Big winch. That's overkill for anything we're doing. I'm not seeing anything. Well, we didn't get a whole lot, but got the hook for 10 bucks. So that's one more piece of this wrecker puzzle. It's another beautiful Saturday. We finally got the black box of doom to replace this. It's supposed to start raining in 33 minutes. Lifetime warranty on this. Can you believe that? They're gonna regret that. Eee, it's stringy. Anyway, I mean, it ran off that. This is definitely a put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the glove box type of part here. Installed. Also, all these butt connectors, I feel like someday that we're gonna start having electrical issues, you know, outside of the typical Dodge ones. The day's coming where I fix all this, but I'm gonna avoid it until there is no choice. Now this voltage regulator, while the ignition boxes have a lifetime warranty, these little guys only come with a 1-year warranty, but this one is dated September of 1986. Interesting. Again, these are now going to live in the glove box as a just in case deal. This is interesting. Same brand and part number. This one's made in the USA though. Do we want to take a guess? Yeah, they don't say that anymore. Ugh. All right, anyway. Hey, these might be easier to get. No, they're not. They're not gonna be easy at all. At least the floor missing might help us here. This is probably the best one yet. Hopefully this will just kind of pass over quickly. Yeah. It's a little too early for that. If you know, you know. Guess I can't complain too much because although it is raining, you still can sit in here and do spark plugs, which is nice. And this roof does leak, believe it or not. I know it's hard to believe. Never thought I'd say this, but I am super glad that the floors are completely rotten on this thing, because if they weren't, I don't know how in the hell you would get up in there to change that. You know, it was the last damn one, and that damn rust hole bit me when she broke loose. There's this side of plugs, just a lot of oil fouling. Hey, plugs are changed. Cap is changed. Rotor's changed. Wires. We never sees the plugs, so the next guy, which is going to probably be me, will have an easier time. Note to self, when we do floorboards, make that removable. Also, I have never seen an electronic transmission dipstick until now. Is there supposed to be like a dummy light when that gets low? I don't know. Hey, behold, the fuel system 2.0. I got this at an estate sale for $1 and it had gas in it. But I primed the system. So now this should be her first start with all these new pieces. That firing orders. I don't know how I messed it up, but it's got to be messed up, because that ain't right. All right, folks, I just took it around the field. It's better. Something's still not happy, but the brakes are working. And I think I'm going to call it a day on this, because I'm sick of it. So, maybe next weekend. Well, since Harbor Freight doesn't want us as a sponsor, we just got to buy it. There it is, 12,000 pounds of wire rope winchy goodness. 350 bucks. Please like, comment, subscribe. So here's what we ended up with. Like I said, I tried to reach out and see if they want to do like a sponsorship, kind of get involved with this. No. So we ended up paying full price cash, which is fine. So here's what we got. We got the 12,000 pound wire cable, $350 winch. And then I got this guy, this little cradle that it'll sit in and slide into a receiver hitch. Now my thoughts are, I can take this guy here, put it up there, weld it down, and then this will just slide into that receiver hitch and be removable. And then our big ass battery will be down here. And the reason I kind of want it removable is because in the winter time, this thing, we're not going to be doing tows in the winter, and there's no reason for this winch to just sit outside and rot all year. So this way it'll be quick, easy, take it on, take it off. Plus we now have a winch that fits in anything with a receiver hitch, so we can pop it in the back of your van and go pull stuff, the service Sienna, it's got a tow hitch we can pop in the back and, you know, really start yanking on stuff. I've got all the new belts for this thing because we were going to drive it last weekend. It's supposed to have 2 belts. It only had 1. This is what it looked like. Yeah. The goal today is get the belts on, recheck my firing order because it was running like shit at the end of the last filming. And then I want to take this thing to the end of the road and back. That's 2 miles. That's a 2-mile quest, and well, this thing hasn't done 2 miles of road driving since the 90s, so that's the goal today. Check this out. I've never got to do this in my whole life. Not only are there 2 belts where there should be 2 belts, but we lined up the little letters. Well, folks, it is just now starting to rain. I know this thing's gonna be running like garbage because of the carburetor, but I'm taking it down the road. I do not care.
She ain't happy, but we're doing it. I can't see.
Woo. Oh, at least it ain't raining.
Yeehaw! Oh, come on, don't die, God! Ah!
I had to stop and take a glamour shot of her. This thing, I don't know if I got that firing order wrong or it's carburetor or what, but she's just grumpy. And the rain's here. It's supposed to monsoon. Like, the phones are going off, so I think it's a good time to turn around. Something is not happy. But I will say we made a overtime. All right, now let's try to drive it. Weeks of work, more money than I care to mention, at least with Jess in here, and we're driving, and it's grabbing gears. Maybe one more. Woo. This thing shifts better than your van. It's so much better than yesterday. Yesterday was horrible. It definitely needs an accelerator pump. This is why I do it. The sweat, the cussing, the money. This right here. This is a payoff. And this has got a little nuts. It's awesome fun. Yeah. There's a hole in the floor. It's gonna be a little warm. But you know what that warm means? It's alive!
And we died. Are we out of gas? You want me to start walking back?
Let's see, this is why I do it, baby. Okay, there's a lot of smoke coming out.
Oh, fuck.
A lot of smoke. Don't be long. Oh, there's
Oh my god, it's on fire. Get the fire extinguisher. It's right back here.
Look out, man.
I don't even have the filming.
I thought it was awfully hot. Nasty.
Well, so that happened. This is why you always carry a fire extinguisher, folks. Because any other time, we would have just sat here and watched this thing burn to the ground. Stuff's really harsh on the lungs. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Just give it a sec. It was the air cleaner on fire, so I think I just flooded the shit out of it. And we've got about a fart of battery left. So I'm just gonna give it a second, make sure it doesn't reignite, throw the air cleaner in the back, hope it's got enough jam to start, and then go back home. Or else we're gonna walk and get the Sienna. We're gonna tow
I was gonna say, do you want me to just go get the Sienna?
Not yet. I'd say the newest problem has reared its head, and that is it's gonna need a carb kit.
Babe, it's literally on fire. Get that.
I'm gonna walk with you. I'm not just gonna make you walk by yourself. I just want to stay here, give it a minute, because it's either I'm gonna beat that. It's the float is sticking. Yeah. Carburetor needs rebuilt, basically. Problems are coming to surface. I'm just glad I know what it is. But isn't it a beautiful night?
God.
You should have picked.
Yeah, I almost just became a burn victim, but
no,
okay.
You did not. There was no fire.
Yes, there was.
You could have picked any kind of car. Either not a car guy or like a Corvette guy with money and nice cars. But no, you picked Wish.com car guy here. We did have a slight casualty. That being the doghouse. I kind of ran it over.
We threw it out real quick when it was on fire.
I forgot. I honestly.
And then we went too fast. And
I got excited. But you know what the good news is? Stutzman's has a pile of those. Some with cup holders. So I think we'll actually come out upgraded. I'm trying to be positive in all this. You know? Look at those clouds. Like,
they're pretty.
isn't it kind of funny though? Like, it hits different when you're actually in a tow truck and broken down. Like, if this was just one of our regular vehicles, it doesn't sting as bad. But the fact that this is the tow van, you know. Let me give it one more chance. Get situated, since you don't want to be I don't blame you. Stay back here. Just hang on to stuff.
I'm just scared to even be on here.
It's not. This is all very sturdy, baby. Just hug the pole.
Okay.
Because if it starts, we're going. So just hang on.
How fast are you going to be going?
Quick enough. Not like 55, but quick enough to where we can get some speed. So when it dies again, we kind of roll closer to home.
Sounds solid.
I've done this a time or two. Okay, you don't have to film this. I'd rather you hang off. Well, folks, we made it home. Jess rode on the back, clinging for dear life to the tow boom because she's got a thing about, you know, burning to death, catching on fire. She doesn't like it, which, you know, it's whatever. I can't blame her, I guess. So she rode on the back, and I needed one hand to drive and the other hand to alternate between smacking the carburetor with a ball peen hammer and giving it shots of ether to keep it going. But it did not have to get towed home by the tow van. So I'll take that as a win. Yeah, I tried to explain it to Jess. This is just how things go. You know, when you don't just fix everything right the first time. You got to take them out and test them and let the problems show themselves. Check that out, though. Got a dome light. Yeah, so looks like the next thing on the list is we're going to be getting a Holley rebuild kit, and we're going to do that because I can see fuel leaking as we speak. Today we're in camper land, and we're looking for this guy here. In the last video, the tow van caught on fire and we ran over the doghouse. I've already got the grill out of this thing at home. So let's see if she's got a house, a casa de la dog. Yep, right there. All right. I don't know. Looks good to me. Okay, so they told me to go back. They had an hour till they closed. I paid 40 bucks for that doghouse cover. Then I found this. I've already took it out. But this little center console, now granted, it's disgusting in this Chrysler whatever. But this center console pops into that. Did I mention it's disgusting? Yeah. Anyway, this center console just clips in and sits down. I might grab it. Where did we leave off? I don't know. It's been a minute. Today's mission. Get the fuel system in this thing. We got a new carburetor. So, I gotta get all this garbage out of here. Okay, so here's what we're dealing with the plywood up. Don't look up there because there's really nothing left of the floor in this thing. This truck clearly did work in the winter time, and they salt the roads in Indiana. So, but it's good we got this out of here because it ain't rained in 2 days, and you can see the moisture that plywood was holding. Now the carpet's just as bad, but it's all going away too. Because we got a new fuel cell. I got to make a shill video selling the thing. I want it to go here. Now, there's no wheel in these wheel wells. So I'm wondering. We got her slid up here. We're doing some welding. I cut that fender well out for room for the fuel tank. Let me get this other piece welded in, and I'll show you my vision. Again, though, it is a nice tank. But bring it in here and let's show the folks what I came up with so far. So we cut that fender out because this is all was wasted space. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, is that plywood that he self-tapper screwed in here? This guy's a hack. And you're right. But we cut some fuel line down as edge banding, so that it doesn't rub a hole in our aluminum tank. This is how it's gonna lift. And now, it's gonna sit just like that. And I've got all thread. I think right here is gonna drop me down through a frame rail, so I might have to weld the all thread down. But then I've got 2 bars that are gonna go over. I found these out back in the scrap pile. I don't know what they were, but I'm glad they're here. Now I just got to drill these, use some beautiful all thread, and then we're going to get that sucker mounted down so I can hook up our brand new carburetor. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say anything. That was supposed to be a surprise. Here's what we ended up with. I'm very pleased with that. That ain't going nowhere. And like I said, that was all just wasted space. Because there's no need for a wheel well when there's no wheel. Welcome back to my desk. Remember this thing catching on fire? Well, this is the culprit. Now, normally, you're thinking, no big deal. Just rebuild it. Well, then you get to looking at it, and the throttle shaft is so wore out. Plus, it's been on fire, and a rebuild kit, they're over $100. So, I emailed Holly, and I sent them the numbers off this. And they got back to me and said, we've discontinued that carb years ago, but here's the next closest thing. And the price, the price on these things, these Holly carburetors is, I'll just flash it on the screen because I don't even want to say it. And for the money I paid, this had better. The reason I paid that much is because all the throttle's already set up for that. That kickdown lever's set up for a Holly. This one's electric choke, which, whatever, I can run one wire. But this is the best option because, like I said, I want this tow van to just start and run. And not give me any fits. I don't care about making big power. We're not going racing. But I want turnkey. I want it to not catch on fire. Also, it's a spread bore. Forgot to mention that. Which is kind of cool because you're running around when we're just cruising. We're running off these barrels. But then when you get into it, you open the big ones and really let her eat. And I like that. And B, it's what was on there. And we're going path of least resistance. So that's what's going back. Well, folks, here we are again. We are hooking up the fuel system for the last time. And this was a brand new filter. But listen to this. Something ain't right there. So now we get to go to town, waste an hour driving. But I will be damned if I send any junk into an $800 carburetor. So, hello, Sienna. It's time to ride. Hey, I forgot I had this in the Sienna. It's the fuel filter I bought for that turd Ford over there. But I don't see why it wouldn't work in this application. Look at this thing, folks. It's so full of Dodge parts and all my tools. But I got the new doghouse. I got doors for Jess's van. It had that center console I got for this in it. This is like the underrated, this is the behind the scenes hero of this channel.
I'm getting Nate's little future center console all cleaned up. Got the little rubber parts soaking. So we are gonna make this all nice and new here. So we're almost done, and Nate is just about there too.
The whole reason I paid money for this is so I don't have to mess with much. So if I got to modify this versus the carb, we'll modify that. But listen to this. Listen to that! A new fuel system, end to end. New tank, new lines, new filter, new pump, new carburetor. I've never owned a vehicle when everything's just new. There you go. Check her out, folks. You remember how disgusting this thing was? Look what she's done. Look what she's done.
Well, we're going.
I told her to throw it in the pond and let it soak for about a day and then try clean it, but she just went in raw dog. Get you a good woman, fellas, that helps you with your projects. In all the excitement, I didn't realize that I forgot my air filter was both on fire and is now full of fire extinguisher. So Jess is hauling ass for town. O'Reilly's has one. We got to get this muffler back on there because just one muffler is, well, it sounds kind of bad. Then while we're under here, I got to take a grease gun to this whole drive line. We got to check the rear end fluid, recheck the brakes. Oh, we got a long way to go in 2 hours. Well, Jess is out riding her mini bike, and we just took this thing down to the stop sign and back, which is 2 miles. It did not miss a beat. It was about like driving the Sienna. Still got holes in the floor. The doghouse fits. Everything, that $800 carburetor is doing exactly what I paid $800 for, and that is, it's just working. I don't want to have to take that doghouse cover off again for a while. And it tops out about 60. Now it's time to get loaded up and head to the local watering hole after 4 weeks of trying. We got the plates on it. Yeah, I know that's illegal as hell, but I was in a hurry. Oh, she's back. Oh, she's back. We're taking this with us just because, you know, if we do have to walk back and get her van to pull this thing home, well, we're not gonna have to walk. Found that in the ashtray of the new doghouse.
Yep, 2014.
What'd they get?
8/9/2014.
I see $45.
They got unleaded.
So that old motorhome we've been pulling parts off at Stutzman's they were putting gas in it in 2014. Last time we did this, it caught on fire.
I'm facing my fears and I'm getting back into the vehicle that literally almost killed me.
But did you die? Did you die?
Are you ready to ride in the tow van?
I did one pump. It's a lot quieter now too with that muffler.
It's nice, actually. I just got really lightheaded.
You got lightheaded?
I'm scared. I'm facing my fears though. I'm a huge advocate of seatbelts, and I'm actually not going to wear it because
This doesn't have them.
Oh. Well, never mind. False alarm.
You don't need a stinking seatbelt.
Well, I wasn't going to wear it just in case I had to escape again real quick.
It's doing it! It's doing it! No fire! It's just working. All the carburetors just working. When this thing hasn't been on the road since 94.
Well, it's throwing up shit with the bottom of it.
Yeah, there's shit flying everywhere. I love it. Just get a nice shot of the road going by.
Yeah, that's comforting, huh? We're not going to fall out. Update, still no fire. We're still good.
We're basically there.
Bobby!
Listen, I can't say it enough. All the carburetors, I did not touch a single screw. That's out of the box. Are they expensive as shit? Yes. Are they worth it? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me.
Made it.
Thank you.
Well, folks, we didn't film much of the driving home process, but just know that it made it. She's still burning all that years of oil off. Hopefully it's not a fire. I'm gonna hang out here with it for a minute. Does a Harbor Freight winch and some Temu J-hooks turn a man into a tow truck driving man? I don't know, we're gonna find out. Here's what I'm thinking, folks. These lights are gonna have to move. I know it's a damn shame. They're not hooked up anyway, so no big loss. So I got this from the Harbor Freights, because I think I explained this before. I want this winch to be removable. Run some bolts. If I like it and it works, nothing left to do now but to drill some holes. And we got to drill through, this is the C channel, welded the C channel, and then the old winch plating we've got to go through. So how many drill bits is this going to take? Now I'm kind of scared though, because when I was buying the new doors for your van,
Yeah.
the guy that I bought them off of had one of these on the front of his trailer, exact same winch. And I asked him, I was like, do you like it? Is it worth the shit? Granted, I'd already bought this and it was in my garage. And he's like, well, we've been through 3 of them this year. So maybe it's good Harbor Freight didn't want to, you know, do the sponsorship, because if this thing's a piece of shit, I will let everyone know. Trust me. Well, folks, we were up late last night. Today's the day of the big show. I'm debating. I don't know if I want to wash it or not. But look what's mounted. Look at all this. And it works. So there's the setup. It's right now it's just bolted down. I'm gonna run weld all the way around that. I'm really fighting the urge to hook up to that Ford and test it with tester towing, but I don't want to break it the day of the van show. So we're gonna take it to a show. We're gonna let this thing have a little bit of fun one time, and then we're gonna put it back to work. Well, we made it to the show. We're parked out here in the nosebleeds because I want to leave this here. Now we just got to go 8 miles home on this, get the other van, and hopefully we can snag a site with electricity so we got air conditioning. The driveway looks naked without the tow van. Now we got to get the other van loaded up. This thing did marvelous. Here we are pulling back into the van show. Oh look, they got a wrecker van here. Wow. Now I gotta sneak in and try to find a spot in some shade. Pretty good turnout though for a little show. I hope nobody makes me leave this spot. So we're kind of in the tent area, but it's pretty full, and I don't know. If they tell me to move, I'll move, but this is a pretty nice little spot here. Well, we're clear over here in the nosebleeds. Somebody was nice enough to share some power. I'm just hoping this doesn't blow it, because this van needs some AC. Hell yeah, brother. All right, folks, it is Saturday here at the show. We just woke up. It's about 9. Shows line up at 10, bubby. They've got a food truck, thank God, with coffee. I bought many coffees because I forgot my coffee machine. Let's go outside and show the good folks our setup. A little mess from last night. So like the last van show, we're kind of out here on the outskirts, which anytime there's a crowd, you'll find me on the edge of it. Look at these two. It's like a dream come true. A lot of work to get here. Damn nice place too. And we got shade until about 2 o'clock. So we've got 9 minutes till the lineup. The question is, do I try to clean it now? The answer to that is no. No. Shomer Shabbos.
Look, we get to park like some other Dodges.
Hell yeah. Well, folks, it's Sunday morning coming down. We already took the Dodge home, her van, but we did win. We won a plaque with this thing. We won most unique. So, you're a wiener, old girl. Sorry we didn't film a lot of this show. It was a small show, and I'll be honest, I spent more time just having fun and partying and getting inebriated. But we are 2 miles from town, so we're gonna take her to its first gas station and fill up that beautiful, beautiful fuel cell. And then we're gonna hopefully make it home. Well, she made it to a gas station. Got to fill the tank up for the first time. See the tag on that white car over there? I'm about to hook up and take it home with me. It's been there for damn near a week. Repo man. I'm just kidding, I better not. There's a chance we ain't even gonna make it home ourselves, but now we just got a country cruise.
Update, the cruise control work. Well, it's slowing down, never mind. The cruise control works for 10 seconds, so I'll take it. Yeah, this is where it likes to be. Just cruise. Also, it is time to buy some floor patches because it's burning my foot. We need some floors in this thing. I'm gonna end this video here. There's still a couple things to do before we tow a car with it, like mainly rear brakes. I have all the pieces to do the rear brakes. I just haven't done them because I'm lazy, and doing brakes doesn't make for good YouTube. So I think between now and the next time you see this thing, we're gonna fix the back brakes because I need those for towing, and then we're gonna pull a car with it. We're just gonna put her right back to work, but she goes down the road nice. I think this one's happy to be back alive. I really do. So thank y'all for watching. This is the tow van. We got a lot more coming on her, but we got mini bike videos coming. We got to get Jess's van ready for an 8-hour drive. that'll be a video. We got a bunch of stuff coming, so stay tuned, and thank y'all for watching.